Good evening, my name is Adamar Wood. They call me the Zupmeister. It's that time again. Waited all week for this. Back to Dark Souls. Unmute my monitor here. Or Twitchy staring at the wall. Okay, so... I think I've kindled this one already? Yes. Cannot kindle further without the secret rite. That is something that we will gain later. Allow bonfires to be kindled twice more. Be able to use 20 swigs of the Estus flask. Alright, I have pyromancy set right now, which is exactly what I want, given that I'm in the frickin' sewer. So we start with you. The way the villagers called it, it was a tie. Right. Now, in order to progress, I actually need to go down that way. But I'm gonna fight these things right now anyway. For no other reason than I just frickin' hate to leave them there. I kinda hate just even looking at the damn things. Whoops, a little closer might help. Oh, and then there's you. Where did you wander off to, anyway? Right, okay. My word, these things are ugly. Oh, nice. Green Titanite shard. Love it. It's because I don't want to get that close to him. But I also don't want to use up my fireballs against these. Combustion I have in quantity. Guess he dropped something. Nope, okay. So down here we have a way too big rat. My word, that thing's huge. Now, we actually have a shortcut available here. You can even see it there. Here's a ladder. Just gotta break the old crates here. Climb on down here. There's another door here. It doesn't open from this side. So yep, we're gonna have to go around. But that will be useful for getting back to the bonfire. It's a sewer. And a congregation of rats over here. Target the center one and throw a fireball. And I got 4 of the 5. Pretty efficient. Stab the last one. Great axe. I don't think it's really going to end up being that great. My word, they just cranked the Havoc engine up to 11 for this version of the game. Be wary of lying in ambush. That message definitely speaks the truth. I haven't been doing this, but you can actually use the orange guidance soapstone, I think, in a way to rate a message. Yeah, when you're standing on one. Definitely plus that up. As you can see, it was definitely true. Bastards. Okay. This rat's gonna back away. Literally back away. But yeah, now that he's found some buddies, he might be a little braver. I only got one of them. Well, if the others don't feel like approaching. Break that gunk, whatever it is. Sewer chamber key. Yep. Key to the sewer chamber in the depths. I didn't need this because I had the master key, but there it is. In any community, a few bad apples are sure to exhibit insatiable greed. If they were turned undead and banished to the depths, would they reconsider their ways? Use this key to see for yourself. Yes, we actually can't... Get the hell off my character! Ugh. Yes, we have some options here. Maybe a few too many. You see how the water there is rushing down into what looks like a pit? Yeah, there's a lower level to the sewer here, and you do not want to drop into it. I might want to go into it eventually for some goodies. That is not the way to do it. The new soldier. This makes you think there might be like a boss fight ahead or something, but no, it's... Actually not sure why they put the mist there. But this, suppose this area does actually seem a bit different. We got some rats, and unfortunately we've got an enchanter with them who just saw me. He's doing his happy dance. And shooting soul arrows into the floor. Oh well. Ugh. They don't respawn, so easy enough to deal with, right? Rats basically will challenge one at a time. Now you could see the little blue streaks around that rat. It's because the enchanter had hyped it up. That looks like a boss arena! Spoiler alert, it totally is. Hey GTF, good to see you. Also, hello, Kraden, Downright Base. I did say hi before I Officially started the episode and all, but figured I should do so again. More ambushes. But yeah. It's just that first set. The second set is actually empty. Messages, just to make sure you look around the corner. Large Titanite shard there. Yeah, so the sewer's kind of a nuisance. Got this sort of network of corridors here. And you do have to watch where you step. You can see that rat actually just crossed over a pit. If I remember right, there is actually a slime on one of the... oh, it's right in front of me. Okay. Right. That hole is kind of tempting, ain't it? Not the best way of going down. Oh, if I recall correctly, though, I don't actually have to jump that gap. Do I have... I do have the rusted iron ring on. Okay. Yes, I can totally come this way. Just, yeah. Watch your step that way. And, yeah, there he is. There's nothing particularly unusual or special about this rat. It's just huge. Extra big, extra health, extra damage. You know the deal. The easiest way by far to deal with this rat is to take advantage of the fact that it is so big. It can't fit through this doorway. So just as long as I lock onto him and stay locked on, and this is admittedly not so trivial for some reason. Yeah, like that. Basically. You bait him. He tries to get in your face. He doesn't really succeed. You peek out around the corner. You poke him with a metal stick. Oh, ow. Repeat until victory, hopefully. Get your big, fat, ugly face out of my camera. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on. Alright. What's happening here? Okay. Yeah, just back off. Just back off. He's almost dead. Thanks sanity, he doesn't respawn. Oh, what the... The problem is, for some reason, despite how large of a target he is, the characters just don't want to lock onto him. There we go. He drops a humanity because he's a rat. Soul of a nameless soldier there. Okay, you see this item up here on this ledge? There's an interesting way that one gets there. And it actually involves getting up on this side. Up here. I'll be showing that shortly. But first, I wanted to point out, yeah. Actually, that's more impressive than it usually looks. This is where I grabbed that item through the gate. It seems that one of the rat corpses found itself jammed into the iron bars somehow. And this is that shortcut that we saw earlier. So, here's an interesting little thing here. Used to get most of your Sunbro points being a tour guide in the... Yeah, that sounds about right, GTF. Yeah, this is, the sewer is surprisingly not as nasty an area as you might think if you don't subject yourself to the pits at all. Yeah, I could experiment with that later. For now, I really don't like that part of the sewers. There's another way in, and it's decidedly safer. Yes, try dashing through. So, it's a little hard to see, but yeah, the water is sloping down. There is actually, well, you can see the mist, and that's your key. You can see that the water is running off down into a deeper area. Same area those holes in the floor would lead you to. Well, the way to avoid that is as easy as what you can see from the camera right here. Mist doesn't go all the way to the left. Ugh. Steer left, and you make it down safely. All you have to do is observe and react. So there are a couple of slimes sitting in the water here, plus there's another one. Very little of it's poking out through the ceiling. I swear I hit it. There we go. Oh, you got close! Hi! Bye. I frickin' hate these things. I hate them. And you get a combustion. Alright, the reason I don't want to rush out to that last one, you may have noticed it's staring at me. Hi! I was wondering if you were gonna come up. The answer is yes. You might wonder where the hell that rat came from. It came from over here. In fact, there's another one trying to come up these steps. Oh, third one. Hope that one too. There's a smaller one trying to get away, but I'm not gonna worry about that at the moment. If I keep going that way, I'm actually going to get invaded by an NPC Red Phantom. I suppose I could just go ahead and deal with that, but for now... Come on! There we go. Ah, yeah, there's a rat on this side too, although he doesn't seem interested in engaging. Humanity. So, the area boss is through here. Hey, Brimcon, Jod, good to see you. And here we have one of the more, shall we say, eclectic merchants in the game.
Aye, Shemai, and good day to you. I'm Donald of Xena. I'm just a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
He has some rather curious items. He sells a set of his own armor. As you can see, it is not cheap. Helm of the Wise, Armor of the Glorious, Gauntlets of the Vanquisher, and Boots of the Explorer. They hail from the ancient land of Xena, birthplace of the curious dealer Domhnall. He sells arrows. Pretty useful. Let me max out on the old wooden arrows there. And he sells a very curious set of weapons here. Crystallized weapons. Straight sword, excuse me, a straight sword, a great sword. Actually a shield. These items are really peculiar in that their durability is relatively low for what they are. The shield has a bit, the sword not so much. You can see, well, actually I lack the strength to properly wield it, so you can see the massive stat penalty there. These are basically temporary items. The crystallization makes them effective, but that durability just doesn't last, and they cannot be repaired. When their durability is gone, they just straight up break, and that's it. So I'm not going to be bothering with those there. Let's have a little chat.
Well, I'm certain we will make a good trade eventually, so I am willing to share some tips. If you see kindling in the catacombs, use divine weapons. That will repel the reassembling skeletons.
This guy just knows so much.
I'm afraid I don't see anything here.
But yeah, you kind of have to bribe him, so to speak,
I'm
as you
afraid I
buy
don't
things
see
from him.
anything here.
He'll have more information to share with you.
Well, that is a shame, but no matter. No, not to worry. Come back again. I'm always available. Not every trade was meant to be. There'll be more in store for us someday, sometime.
Can't open this yet. Master key does not open that lock. I need to beat the area boss first in order to get in there. And again, they are that way. I do not have to go this way for, like, pretty much anything of significance, but I do want to show it off. First things first, though, I'm going to actually head up this way. Don't be intimidated by the closed door. It's that shortcut. Alright, so we have access back to the bonfire in an easy manner. So what happened there is, one of the curiosities of this game. The game remembers if an enemy has been killed or not, but not its actual, like, location where its corpse is sitting. If you travel a little too far away and then return without actually forcing the enemies to respawn by, like, resting at a bonfire, it won't remember where the corpses were, so what's going to happen is it's going to respawn the enemies where they normally originally first appear, but dead. So it's like some invisible force came by while you weren't around and neatly placed the corpses together where these things were originally positioned. I just think that's funny. You can see they have, you know, they're laying in the same pattern there. not very bright running against the boxes like that. Alright. Let's do this. Should be any moment now, I think. I am human. There he is. And he's down. That was easy enough. I can get a humanity off of him. Same humanity he tried to steal from me. Good riddance. Yes, he wears a very unique set of armor. It's covered in spikes. He can actually damage things as he rolls. I'll be able to get my hands on that armor myself later, possibly. So around this corner, if you're easily freaked out by lemurs or anything else with gigantic wide eyes, you consider yourself warned. Yeah, these things are freaky as hell. But most importantly, yeah, they're really no less freaky when dead. Importantly, they have a very special attack. They spit out this dark gray mist, and you do not want to be in it. So here's one of the places that water rains down in here. Yep, those aren't even their real eyes. Yeah, that is actually true. Some of them you can see a little more, in Dark Souls 2 it's actually a little easier to tell. Yeah, they're just freaky. They're really, really freaky. So yeah, the various holes that you encounter, this is the big one. When I was sliding down the ramp, it's hard to see through the mist, but it's right here. You can see the angle. Your brightness is up on whatever you're watching this stream on anyway. So yeah, that's the big one. That's the waterfall. If I had not come down here, bearing left, I would have ended up down here. Not too far away from where I want to be, but yeah, I will be getting the attention of that guy, and I would probably have to face Kirk if I'm human anyway. As we come through here, you might see some of the other holes that were around. You can see there's an item there behind. Bars, so you know there's actually something to go for. See, there's another one of those holes up there. Want to be very careful though as I walk around here, because if you are exposed to too much of that gray mist, it actually fills up a curse meter. If that sucker fills up completely, you are instantly dead. And that's only the beginning of your problems. Alright, now that looks like an enemy of some new type that we see across the way here. That's actually not the case. You may have noticed various blood stains lying around the ground, actual red ones, not the one that I spawn, and it's something that I can touch. It's the result of some other player dying. And I get to see the last few seconds of their life I might be able to deduce something about the nature of the game, what might be ahead or around based on that. Down here, you will typically see those statues rather than bloodstains. Because that is what you see, rather than a bloodstain, if a player dies by curse. So that's your warning right there. I know they can see me. Yeah, you can actually see... Oh, hold on. Is he... No, he's looking... You can actually see his tiny little mouth. A little beak there. And if I recall yeah, you can actually just barely make out these tiny little pinhole eyes on it, too, I think. I want him to come at me. There we go. Ugh. Perineum. Get over here. Frickin' basilisks. Ugh. There we go. So, problem solved. You actually dropped something. An Eye of Death. Lure phantoms from other worlds. This is a way that you can farm them. They can actually be dropped by these guys, so you can make progress in the Gravelord Covenant, as it were. Even if you are, not going online. Just gather Eyes of Death this way. You can just break these statues if they irritate you, or in your way, or just freak you the hell out or something. Yeah. You do not want to be in that mist. You can see it covers quite the wide area when he kind of splashes down like that. Here we get the drop on these. Now, if you had fallen down that very first hole, yeah, you're gonna be on the far side of this. You're gonna be facing these guys head on. You little pricks. That is so satisfying to do. There's another one this way. Oh! That didn't hit. But I don't think he has a way of getting to me from where he's at. Oh, hi! You... Yeah, those actually connect, that's right. Okay, gotcha. Oh wow, they're dropping lots of Eyes of Death. The 40-year-old boy. Hello, thank you for the raid. Nice to meet you. I appreciate the company. Welcome one and all. Yeah, so there's a hole. This is how many people first enter this area, and, well, this is what usually happens to them. Poor bastard. Alright, well, oh, they're alive! Are they gonna turn the corner? Yes. No. Look at all that! That thing is just freaking the hell out right now. No. Not a statue. Give it up. I think that was the last of them, but I'm not gonna. Oh, nope, there's definitely another one. Alright, good. Okay. And I know I've already done what was above this. Okay. I think that's all of them. So there's a route up here. And, yeah, there's a hole right there. Not that that's too much of a problem, as after all, I've already, come down this way and mop them up, but I suppose I had better make sure that there's no actual issue in case I screw up a jump here. Oh, that's her own arm sticking through the wall. Okay then. Yeah, we're fine here. Ring of the Evil Eye, which is not nearly as useful as it sounds when you read its description. Absorbs HP from fallen enemies. According to legend, this ring contains the spirit of the Evil Eye, a dark beast which assaulted Astora. The strength of the Evil Eye does not waver, and HP is absorbed from fallen enemies. I'll just put this back on. Alright. And now, one more item to get in this area. I've been avoiding it as much as possible, but there's no way around it here. Looks like we're gonna have to jump! Ugh! I got it. Alright. A humanity. There we have it. That's the sewer backlot, as it were. Much easier and safer to deal with from this side. It is, of course, entirely optional. I didn't have to come this way for anything in particular, but I did want to show it off. Non-sequitarian, but I'll answer that in cheeks. Yeah, what happens with Circus Charlie is, after you've finished each of the 6 different kinds of stages 5 times, you just repeat the trapeze over and over again. Okay. Let's see, out of fireballs. A chunk of souls built up. Don't think I want or need to buy anything from Domhnall. Yeah, I think I will just be, heading back up. No, those should still be dead. Okay. I hate this next boss, but thankfully I will actually have some help for it. I have the Souls and the Twinkling Titanite. Let's upgrade that sword. Okay, I know I need more intelligence. How much okay, if I put both points into attunement, then I'll get another attunement slot. I think I want to do that. It looks like I'm very close to another level. So let's pull out the old poppables here. Oops. Okay. Point of intelligence. Oh, I should make sure that these are all... Oh, okay. I only got the 2 pyromancies, didn't I? Although... Yeah, I'm gonna switch back to sorcery in order to deal with this boss here. Not that I have the intelligence for Great Soul Arrow, that ought to help. Here we are. Lots of ammo. Let's put the Sorcerer's Catalyst back on. Alright, time to go fight a boss. Okay, this time I am going to be leaving those guys up there. After all, I didn't take pyromancies along. It'd be far too annoying to have to fight anyhow. I am going to have to fight the ones that are here. Because I can't trust leaving this thing here. It's already wanting to try to come at me. Okay. Where is he? Okay. What did I do with it? Oh, crud! I was wondering when you'd show up. Stop it! No, no! Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Had a little interface issue there, but I think I'm okay now. Alright, I actually can straighten both of those. Okay. Certain weapons, attacks will just go over the heads of those things. Not that they have heads. I think you know what I mean, though. Come here, you. You're kidding me, really? Okay. Same thing with you. And alright. Straight over it. There we go. I do not like those slimes. Hey Snuggle, good to see you. Alright. To the boss. Might wonder what on earth needs all that space. So, I know there are things around here somewhere. Is there one in this direction? No, you can't actually fit through there. Fatty. Referencing that you can't fit through there. Yeah, it's all on this floor, right? Here he is. Slayer of Astora, but there's actually another summon sign here. That is an NPC's on the other side of the pillar. Heavy crossbow, heavy bolt. Yes. Don't have much use for that one either. This is Lautrec. You can actually summon Lautrec for the Bell Gargoyles as well, but only if you go back to meet him at Firelink Shrine, and then return all the way back to where you would fight the Bell Gargoyles. It's not worth the time and effort to do that. Solaire is more than sufficient assistance. This battle, though... Yes. Praise the sun. Alright, and now we can get this guy in here, too. And I am going to shamelessly let these two draw aggro while I shoot at the boss with spells. Utterly shamelessly, because seriously, screw this thing. This is one of the, like... Whoever designed this creature is... There's something wrong with them. Imminent nightmare fuel. This one, it seems like it might not be that bad. Oh, you mean vagina dentata? I know what's up. Now, you actually can do a tail cut on this thing. I'm not sure how much I give a crap. That said, though... Oh dear, he's facing me! Yeah, that's a bad thing. Let me see if I can get to the... Oh, damn it. Oh, that tail's gonna do something unpleasant in any moment now, ain't it? What is it even doing? Oh, okay. Oh, Solar didn't make it. There we go. Right, so with that formality out of the way... And it actually does help you fight him, because that tail does have a rather long reach if he tries to actually swing with the thing. Oh. I'm taking small amounts of damage just as it's walking by me. Oh, this is bad. Okay. Admittedly, I could probably kill it a lot faster with my sword, but I'd rather be safe. Oh, no. Alright. One more shot out of it. There we go. I didn't totally cheese it. I mean, I did cut its tail. Blighttown Key! Twin Humanities, Homeward Bone. 25,000 souls. Lovely. Yeah, because Solaire didn't make it, I didn't get a Sunlight Medal out of that, unfortunately. Pardon me. Set of hard leather armor there. And if I recall correctly, I think there are a couple more items strewn about in here, no? Is it just the one? I thought there were 3 for some reason. He's the sun. Yeah, you can't go up that way. Nothing further this way. Hello, King Cool. Yeah, the gaping dragon is whoever came up with that is they need help. To have created something along those lines is just a massive cry for assistance. It's back this way. Well, law treks certainly seem to work well for me. But yeah, to each their own. Alright. Everybody hates Blighttown. Playing this on the 360, not only is it's not like the hardest or even the most annoying area in the game, in my opinion, but it is a real nuisance. An unadulterated obnoxiousness. Plus, it is incredibly laggy. I'm sure that here in the remastered version, that problem is gonna be dealt with. However, I'm sure it is also still going to be Blighttown. biggest problem with Blighttown is not falling off of any ledges, really. That was not a parry. Ow. I didn't do that much damage to you, did I? It's over, Anakin. I have the low ground. There we go. Hey, they drop dung pies. So yeah, welcome to Blighttown, you poor bastard. What you often can do is fish for a backstab against these guys. Since they overcommit to their attacks. Alright, this is actually getting a little annoying. Yeah, you can see an item down there, and I actually could jump for it. But there's another enemy down there. Yeah, I'm probably gonna want to switch back to pyromancies. No backstab on that one, huh? Need my stamina back. There we are. Doink! These enemies do respawn, by the way. These things are really nasty. Hello, Rube! Yes. Yes, indeed. I've officially put it on the schedule for every other Sunday. Yeah. I have a really nice one lined up. Oh dear. Okay. These guys are kind of nasty. They're a lot faster than they look like they ought to be. Especially after fighting the big slow enemies that come before them. Ugh! Really? Somehow I'm just not getting that attack in. I'm thinking that maybe I ought to head back up to a bonfire. I mean, there is a bonfire to be had up ahead, but it's like, do I really want to try to advance that way? Okay, I hate these guys. Thankfully, these jerkwads don't respawn. Yeah. Those are toxic darts they fire. Ugh, and they fire them so fast that it's very difficult to hit them without getting hit yourself. Not much damage taken from a dart. But yeah, look at that toxic buildup I took there. That took quite some time to filter back out. So yeah, As Big Mac Davis might say, we peekaboo shoot them. And I am going to wait for that toxic bar to fall down all the way before I try to shoot him again. Alright, looks like one more arrow ought to do it. Oh, I didn't even get the arrow off that time. I hate Blighttown, I hate Blighttown, I hate Blighttown, I fucking hate Blighttown. They drop moss clumps. Guaranteed. You, like, immediately pick them up. There are just so many floors around here that will break and send you tumbling down further and faster than you want to go. Without any apology. Ah. I just did not find the parry there. Well, the other one is coming, okay. No! Ugh! That is a grab attack. You can't block that, much less parry it. If he jumps on you, you are in trouble. With a capital T. And the other 6 letters capitalized as well. Ah, yes. So, this bridge you see here, it's not actually on the segment that's visible from here, it's further down, but there is in fact a bonfire on that bridge. There's an item right there, and it's on an elevated platform. The only way to get it is to jump from here. So, please bear with me as I put on my Ring of Bad Idea protection and try to make a leap for it. Huh! Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Ugh. Well, that does count as a death, even though I did not leave a bloodstain. I will dutifully add that one to the count. Ring of Sacrifice shattered. Totally worth it. I did not want to have to grab 30,000 plus souls for humanity from that ledge. That would have been annoying. There are several other areas I could be going through, rather than deeper into Blighttown. As a matter of fact, there's another area in the game that I have usually done by now, and I'm thinking that maybe I ought to go that way instead. With that said, the fastest way back there might actually be to go through. Once you're about halfway down through... Oh, actually it's a little further than that, isn't it? Yeah, remember that there's a second way into Blighttown? One that I've been sort of avoiding using? Well, that one's a lot easier to go through. This is the original Dark Souls. This is the remastered version on the Xbox One. I know I'm going to need more into... I want to spend these souls at Firelink Shrine. That's what I want to do. But the trick is getting there with them. I don't actually want to spend them here. What was I... Yeah, it's worth heading back that way. I didn't grab the armor smith box either, did I? I should do that. Blighttown Key, swallowed by the gaping dragon. As its name suggests, Blighttown is a place of great pestilence. Even the polluted inhabitants of the depths are aware of its dangers, and built this mighty door in hopes that they could remain safely separated. That kind of says it right there. Kind of says it quite clearly. Alright, I do not have any more rings of sacrifice. I do have a rare ring of sacrifice. And that is what you would want to use if you're in, you know, an area like in here, in the sewer, where, you know, if you're up against those basilisks. Put that on. It will actually save you from suffering the effects of a curse. Yeah, if you're cursed, your hit point count is cut in half until you remove that curse. The way you remove a curse, well, either die with a rare ring of sacrifice on, or use one of these purging stones. These are like the moss clumps for the curse effect. And, yeah, those are not easy to come by. They are not cheap. Yeah, okay, you know what I need to do? If I'm gonna get back up out of here, then I'm actually going to want to attune pyromancies. But I've only got the 2. I have a 3rd attunement slot, so I will leave Great Soul Arrow on there, and I can just switch between the Catalyst and the Pyromancy Flame as needed. That's not that difficult a thing to do. Put the Rusted Iron Ring back on because I'm about to go waiting. Alright. Let's spend this massive quantity of souls on something a bit more, useful than just yet another little incremental level. I think that's close enough. Use fireballs as the tube in there. Nice. Got the twofer. Poke. How many more are still in the ceiling? 2. Further back. Oh! Here comes the hollow. Alright. Okay. So it's actually doing a good job against the slimes now. I'm actually not used to that. Them together, if at all possible. They're too far apart. Doink. Okay. Uh-oh. Again, if you want shards, that's the place to be. Just on principle. Wait for him to rise back up to the surface. There. Also, it's one last chance to grab a Titanite piece before I find myself back at a blacksmith. Okay. Also, there's one other thing I need to grab back this way. Alright, so what I'm gonna do for this... I just couldn't log on. Oh well, never mind. I'll just let him climb up here. Bye. Look at those dogs. I was hoping I'd be able to one-shot them with the Great Soul Arrow. Damn. Oof. What? How did I lose the lock-on? I guess he just jumped too far to the side, right? Oh, damn it! You son of a... Get your butt back over here! Okay, there we go. Sheesh. Thankfully the butchers don't respawn. The dogs up here certainly do. Ugh! The table, however, did rebuild itself. Alright, remember how I mentioned there was a shortcut over here? It's actually going to lead backwards, but I'm going to go this way now. Rather disturbing thing you land on. And, yeah, here we are. As advertised. And this is a rather unique and useful item, the spider shield. Shield of the Savage Mountain Bandits, uniquely shaped with a large black spider etched upon it, has resistance to poison. Alright, see you then, Rube. Yeah. Poison-resistant shield. Very useful to have in Blighttown. As a matter of fact, when I do go back into Blighttown, I should also put on the Poison Bite ring, just in case. It certainly helps. I don't think there's anything else over this way? Yeah, this is where we fought the giant rat, if your sense of direction is terrible. And there's the shortcut back there. So basically I need to cycle back around to the bonfire, rear left. These enemies will have respawned, but that's okay. Oh wait, that's not how you do it. Alright, looks like I'm sword fighting you. I don't trust myself to switch back to the pyromancy glove fast enough. Alright, I don't have to fight any of those other enemies. And I'm not going to. I don't have to. It's enough of a detour. Yep, that is why they put that shield there. It was well worth getting the poison bite ring from Oswald as well. Yeah, it suddenly becomes very, very tempting to, which one boosts poison resistance? It's actually the resistance stat. And I think, yeah, endurance actually increases your bleed resistance a bit. Yeah, the resistance stat actually does become very tempting to, put some levels in before you find yourself having to blight down. Spider shield upgrades with good old Titanite shards. Bottomless box. Probably a good thing to visit right now. What do I want to not be carrying? Eyes of Death. Don't want or need those in my inventory. I think the rest are gonna be, staying where they are. You never need to select things in here on the fly, so there's no point in putting them in storage. Bandit's knife. Shorts, Alright, so Astor's straight sword. Demon Great Machine. Yeah, I will never be using that. Great Axe. Dragon King Great Axe. The heavy crossbow. We need one catalyst. I want to keep both. Yeah, I do want to keep both catalysts. Close enough to where that's gonna... I might find myself bouncing back and forth between which one's better. I will hold on to those shields. Don't need to carry the bolts with me. That set of hard leather armor I got, I won't be using that. Random Hollow Warrior helm I must have grabbed at some point. Ah yes, I will be holding on to the sack. And I never store rings away. Alright. Let's try to get out of here again. Oh, okay. Oh, that was ugly. Alright, you slowly lumbering forward. Well, that was terrible timing, Adam. Alright, what I really ought to do here, as I remember my old strat, is to shoot them off the ceiling starting from the back. I beg your pardon. Going forward gives the ones in the rear a chance to advance a little, and it helps group them up a bit better. I got one with that? Well, there was a double. Okay. Oh, we got a drop. Green Titanite, nice. Alright, already took care of the enemy from back in here. Get you off the ceiling. Because you're creepy. No drop. Okay. Sort of obnoxious to have to double back just to get that one item, but it's also so totally worth doing it for. Yeah, that spider shield is gonna be a pretty useful thing to have. Well, that's one way of doing it, I guess. Not the one I had in mind, but it'll work. Maybe I should have gained 1 point of intelligence. That meant a single great soul arrow would kill a dog. I'd quote Joe Cartoon again, but I made that joke already. Ah, you tool. There we go. I totally feel like she should be able to lock onto that dog from here. I'm sorry. I guess that worked. Oh! Well, that was awkward. Take a swig. The one with the torch sees her is trying to run for her, but that other hollow is just like, no, 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 no. You can just stay put for now. He's gonna regret that decision though, because I can't resist. Bye. Both of you at once. Broken straight sword. Ah. Plunge. Ooh, give me that. You might wonder what these broken straight swords are worth. Not a whole lot, honestly. But I don't have a limited inventory, so who cares? Well, grab it anyway. It won't be utterly worthless. That much I can say. Alright, so we're up in the lower Undead Burg. I can go up through here. Get to the upper. Huh, he dropped a short bow. Alright, the moss merchant is there. I don't think I need anything from her at this time. Although, let me see what I have left after I buy some other things. Some more moss wouldn't hurt. Try to watch my stream preview, but it keeps locking up on me. Doink. Alright, let's watch for these guys carefully here. Ooh. Do not want to lock onto that guy. Problem over here to deal with. You and your freaking fire bombs. Whee! Take that. Ooh. So we've had a clash there. That item is still back there, and it's gonna remain there for a little bit longer. Just a little. Oh, good for you. This is more a thorough exploration showing off of the game than it is a challenge run. But because people always seem to ask first thing when they come in, I am showing the death count there. With that said, I am going to try my damnedest to never abandon a bloodstain. If I die, I go back and get my souls. That is the challenge I have set for myself. So far, that has not happened. I have not had that problem. Yep, they left.
Oh, hello. Well, you certainly are keeping at it. Myself, I'm fine. Let's get started straight away.
Okay, so let's see. Great Heavy Soul Arrow. Need 16? I could buy a ring now. That is good stuff.
I wish to do what I can to locate Master Logan. I am aware of my shortcomings, but I cannot very well just sit around here and rot. Oh, do not worry. I have considered our relationship. I will only leave after I have taught you all the sorceries that I know. I shall count myself lucky if I manage to locate Logan, or even return here in one piece.
Poor Griggs doesn't exactly have high hopes in himself.
2 things are required for sorcery. First, you must equip a wand. Second, you must attune a sorcery. Then you will be ready to fire away. Oh, and don't forget to aim.
He's not exactly backseating yet. I'm okay with that so far. Yeah, I realize I have a no spoilers tag set on the stream. That is not for my own benefit. I already know this game inside and out. It can't be spoiled for me. Much of what I stream is for things that people haven't seen before. Most of the people who watch my stream are not the sort of people who would be playing Dark Souls themselves, so I try to show things off in games. So, yeah, that is my, Yeah, that's why I have no spoilers on there. It's for the benefit of anybody watching who is not familiar with this game. And I know there are a few out there for which that applies. And of course I also say no backseat gaming because... duh. Yeah, I've never had much use for the lingering Dragon Crest ring. The sorceries that have a time-limited effect, I usually find that limit is perfectly acceptable. I suppose if I used Magic Shield a bit more thoroughly, more often, especially if I had like a Magic Sword-based character as well, that would be another story. That Bellowing Dragon Crest ring, on the other hand, is 100% worth every soul.
Two things are first, then... Oh.
This would just be more copies of something I already have. Mind you, with enough attunement, that's going to be worth it. Yeah, I'm going to grab this while we're here.
Two things are... Then... Oh.
Nope. Okay.
All right. That'll do it. That should help you on your journey. May we meet again.
Okay. So with that having been done, let's put that on. I do believe the Bellowing Dragon Crest ring actually boosts all spells? Well, maybe not miracles, but I'm pretty sure that it does actually strengthen pyromancies slightly as well, if I recall correctly. Okay. Okay, let's see. I don't have any poppables in here. 8,000 souls. Before I talk to Laurentius, you may see the scroll and a blue arrow under my stamina bar. My sorceries are being strengthened.
Oh, hello. I'm considering a change of location. I have a rather pressing matter to attend to up above. That keeper has served me well, but enough with her.
One thing to point out about Lautrec here, even if you don't free him from his prison, he does actually manage to free himself and show up here anyway. So it's not like you can actually prevent his appearance and what he's going to do. Well, you can prevent what he's going to do. I mean, like I said, you can actually just kick him off that ledge. You can get the game's kick mechanic to actually function properly. In order to use Great Heavy Soul Arrow, I need 2 more points of intelligence. I can get 1, anyway. Is that what I actually... Yeah, I may as well. At this point, I've invested in it, so... Okay, I'm gonna switch these back to... other soul arrows. Can put the catalyst on. Let's see, 53... So, 26 and a half, 13 and a quarter. Hello, corn dog. This is the 3rd week I've played this. Why are people still surprised I'm playing this? This is going to be my Wednesday night for a few months, I figure.
Oh, hello there. I'm pleased to see you safe, as always. If you provide the materials, I can teach you pyromancy.
Well,
My teacher, whom I imagine still resides in the Great Swamp, had a funny way of putting it. He said that pyromancy is the ultimate fantasy. We are born into dark, and warmed by fire, but this fire we cannot touch. Those whose fascination with fire persists learn to hold it in their own hand. He rather had a way of words, the old withering frog.
Someone online just kindled the Firelink Shrine bonfire. I now have an overloaded Estus flask with 11 swigs. Hey, Ranges, good to see ya. Eventually Flash Sweat would be useful, but I think I'm gonna hold on to the souls I'm carrying
Goodbye.
right now.
Be safe, friend. Don't you dare go, Otto.
Okay. So many options. Okay, the way I want to go right now... be through... this away. I'm not going to worry about turning the sack into Snuggly at this this moment of time. I'll wait until I have more things to deliver. Bye. I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I overlooked before. Grr! I was hoping for a backstab. Oh well. There was less grr than I was hoping for. Oh well. I can hear Andre from a mile away. Well, not literally, but quite a ways away. Still closed. Still closed. Hello, Andre. How are you, sir? There we go.
Why, that's a fine ember you have there. I could smith some mighty weapons with one of those. Why not lend it to me?
The large ember I got in the depths. You can't do anything with the embers yourself. Their only purpose is to give them to the blacksmiths, which can use them to open up ascension options for your weapons.
Magnificent! You won't be disappointed. I can hardly wait to get started.
Right, so for example, I could now, once the short bow has gotten up to +5, I'll have the ascension option available for it. Make it a +6, and then I can upgrade it to as far as +10. Something that you can't do until he's got an ember. Let him do exactly that. Titanite shards. Ah, the armor smith box, yes. Almost forgot about that. Stock on arrows. That'll do for now. Unless I wanted to, Truth be told, I'm probably going to be getting a better bow in short order. So I'm not sure I actually want to invest in this one any further. Yeah, I think I'll just call it here.
This is the old church. It was abandoned in favor of the church that you passed through. There are paths leading from here to two forbidden plains. Sen's Fortress and the Darkroot Garden. They attract all sorts of lunatics. No one as cultured as yourself. It's fine to be undead, but keep a level head, eh? Sen's Fortress is an old proving grounds built by the ancient gods. It is the only route leading to the great Anor Londo. Of course, most fools can't even find their way into that fortified death trap. But they won't stop trying. Take that bumbling Saranyan.
Siegmeyer. Still closed. Still closed.
I know little of the Darkroot Garden, although I've heard rumors of a divine blacksmith who resides there. Those who get stumped in the catacombs seek him for divine weapons.
Second person to mention that to us. I already explained all that,
Don't
though.
get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Alright, I didn't want to go down here before because of that guy. But, I think I can handle it now. With that said, yeah, he's pretty intimidating. Like, right off the bat, the lightning bolts. Oh, really? It's out of range. Kind of deceptive, really. I'm perfectly happy to just keep up this, Ooh. This gun battle. And he will not respawn. Hooray. Demon Titanite. Yeah, those creatures are commonly known as Titanite demons. Fittingly enough. Their lightning kinda hurts. Like, a lot. Darkroot Garden. Oh, here we go. These moss beasts cannot be parried, to the best of my knowledge. They frequently drop moss clumps. And, yeah, they have a jumping grab attack. You don't want that hitting you either. As you might imagine... Oh dear. They are actually quite weak to pyromancy. Because of course they are. They're plants. They burn. So I'm going to keep going this way a short distance. But the way I actually want to go is this way. I will do that in a short while. Darkroot Garden feels like a short area until you really start finding all of the other little passageways. Or you get the Crest of Artorias or otherwise circle through the area beneath here, the Darkroot Basin. Oh yeah, hi. Done? Done. Great. You can actually see the glow from back here. There's an item right on the other side of this rock. Pick that up. Yeah, there's actually a few interesting things around here. Yes. The Crest of Artorias that Andre sells, that is what it opens. This door. Locked by some contraption. If you go this way, you'll find it doesn't seem to lead to too much. Imminent liar. So, yeah. I wish I had known about this sooner. I really didn't find this myself. And, yeah, it's kind of useful to know about. This is how you're supposed to know it's there. You can put the camera to look around the wall. It's like, oh, a bonfire. Oh, I guess we can... And also, yeah, there's usually a message in front of it. Behold, an illusory wall. Attack it and you dispel it, and we got ourselves a bonfire. And this is actually a very important bonfire for those who like multiplayer. Right on the other side of this door is essentially the biggest multiplayer arena in the game. Which is part of the reason why you might want to get the Crest of Artorias, excuse me. Even though you don't actually need it to complete the game, you can totally get to the other side of that door circling around. But it is so incredibly convenient if you want to do multiplayer to be able to go from the bonfire right there to right inside the door and immediately get into the action. Very much intentional design that way. So there's a little extra room off to the right here. Yeah, missed. Plunging attack ahead. This is a weird room. You see these bushes? The ones that look like the tops of the moss beasts? That's because they are tops of moss beasts. You can wake them up preemptively, as it were. If you try to grab the item in the center, then yeah, they all wake up and ambush you. But there is one downside to this. Oops. Soul of a nameless soldier. If I need to come by here again for anything, and I might not, actually, but if I do, those three enemies will already be awake. They won't try to lie in ambush again. They will already be standing up, active, ready to move. And I can't walk by here without them seeing me. All three of them will try to attack at once, and that's actually pretty unpleasant. So here we have a nice wide open area. And there's some very unique creatures in here. Starting with this. Looks like a tree, but its roots wiggle. It's blocking a path. It will not respawn. I can come on down here. And yeah, now we have yet another creepy-ass enemy. Although, given how they're shaped like tops, they usually flip their corpses back over automatically. They don't always do that. So the item that I just grabbed is an odd little consumable. The green blossom. Temporary boost to stamina recovery speed. Munch on one of these before a boss fight. Or otherwise something tricky. Maybe like being invaded, and will give you the upper hand on stamina. This uniquely bitter, biting herb is sometimes harvested in large quantities, but normally it is an annual plant found near water. I don't think green blossoms are sold by anybody. They're not a whole lot to pick up. So if you want them, farming for them down here is probably your best bet. There's yet another one of those mysterious spinning tree-like beings here. It's actually slowly approaching. As far as I know, it doesn't actually attack the player in any manner, but it's definitely in the way. Yeah, you don't actually get any souls for KOing it, notably. All stone pillars here. Now, this area, slightly deceptive. It's surprisingly big. And I'm circling around the outside edge because more of those... Yeah. There they are. Definitely easier to face them from here, rather than just trying to head into the center of this area or hugging the wall on the other side. Then they kind of jump right in your face. Soul of a proud knight. Better. Nothing but death down there. And here we have a big Matachiki. I'll take that blossom, thank you. Dark Souls loves its enemies that are slow and move rather deliberately. This one is particularly heavily armored. While he's holding up that shield, there's only so much that I'm gonna manage to do to him. But yeah. There we are. Sorcery works wonders on heavily armored opponents. So the game is balanced. You'd think there's something out this way, like a hidden item on a corpse around the corner, but actually no. Oddly enough, there isn't. So I could go back up the way I came, but there's another route here, this stairwell. And it leads to a very useful and unique item. But first... Oh, he's casting a spell. That is actually going to slow my character down a lot. Problematically so. Okay, there we go. That actually had me a little scared, ain't gonna lie. Alright then. The Wolf Ring. Boosts poise. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Wolf Ring belongs to Artorius the Abyss Walker. Artorius had an unbendable will of steel, and was unmatched with a great sword. Poise is a character stat in this game. If I go to the old equipment page here. Pieces of armor may have a poise associated with them. Your character's poise is the sum of all of those amounts. The Wolf Ring just straight up adds 40. Poise is basically, to put it in fighting game terms, super armor. The more poise you have, the less likely you are to be hit out of anything you're trying to do. When you take damage or, you know, block an attack with a shield, the more poise you have, the more resistance you have to your movement or actions being delayed or cancelled, the less likely you are to be stunned. That's sort of like the real effect of armor. Having a high poise is usually the result of having very thick armor. You have to be able to deal with its weight. It might otherwise move you slowly, but yeah, it's going to be a lot harder to have your attacks be cancelled. While you're wearing it, you get this nice little white aura. So you can actually shortcut back to where we were before by jumping across this gap from here. Just run up and leap off the ledge. But as I've made rather clear, I don't trust the jumping in this game at all, one bit. So please bear with me as I actually simply head back. Yeah, and you can see I've got the that armor up icon there. You'd think it would boost your poise by a percentage or something, but no. It's actually just a set amount it adds in, and a very good chunk, too. 40 poise is nothing to sneeze at. Right. So, there's some fascinating things to be found along the outside edges of this area, but I'm going to start by waking up this guy right in front of me. Oh no, he's doing that thing again. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, I've been slowed. Ugh. Yeah, these guys are kind of serious business. Right over this way. Further down. Here it is. Alright, so one of the creepiest, in my opinion anyway, enemies in the game only appears in this area. There's only like 2 or 3 of them. One of them is around this corner. You might not even see it right away. Although actually from this angle you kind of can. Or at least you can see some part of it sticking out the side of the tree. But yeah, if you look more closely, it's like this giant 2-headed lizard. Which remains alarmingly still as it sits and waits. Yeah, shoot it and it's just like, whoa! And as you can see, their attack is poisonous. Even dead, they're creepy as fuck. I hate those things. Out of my way. Can grab that safely now. Partisan spear. Yeah, if you tried to grab that item without dealing with the enemy first, yeah, you're gonna be in trouble. Let's just put it that way. We'll just leave it at that. Where am I going? You can avoid most of the enemies in this area if you just circle around on this side. But there are reasons to go into the center. There's another one of those damn things. I love how they set like a height record. You shoot them with an arrow, they're just like boop. They react to it by jumping super high. Alright, there's gonna be another one of those giant enemies. Yep, there he is. Ow, bad trade. Okay, there we go. Now, would you believe that there's actually a boss this way? And you do get NPC help for it. There is a summon sign hiding in this bush. It's some generic character, doesn't show up anywhere else. Which Beatrice? Go ahead and summon her, but I'm not going to hit for the boss straight away. Instead, I'm going to come back out this way. Although she might not come out this way. She might just sit and wait until I've actually headed for the boss. I actually managed to not wake up the soldier doing that. Oh no, 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 no! Alright, well... Damn it, come on. Oh crap, I did not see that one at all. Okay, so this is actually kind of bad. Alright. I did sort of prepare for this. This is why I made sure I circled around the outside edge first. Alright, so there's only one now. Doesn't leave him stunned long enough. Really capitalize on. Okay. Not exactly ideal, but yeah. Alright. Yeah, I did not mean to wake up a second one. I did not even see him coming. I think there's one more. Yeah, there's one more. I can grab the items first. Elite Knight. Uh-oh. Let me get back to the outside edge. The moss beasts should approach first. No, that's a crab! Oh, okay, phew. I was afraid the that attack wouldn't hit. She probably would have been dead. Okay, that one shot's him. Grab that. And this guy's an idiot! Got himself stuck in the trees. Oh no. Alright, fine. If you're gonna do that, I'm just gonna shoot you. I don't want to mess with that. It's a proximity thing. If you're... that effect basically is on him. It slows down anyone who's nearby him. Alright. This has been cleared out. Excellent. Alright. Rather unique boss up here. Fight it on that bridge. Try lightning. That is one of the better ways of doing this. I might want to have a better shield for this fight. There is a reason I've been holding on to these Blue Crest's shields. Yes. Magic resistance 80. That is the shield I'm going to want to carry for this. As Loran says, "Come, Moonlight Butterfly!" Never got the chance. Okay then. Yeah, which Beatrice actually does a number to him? Soul of the Moonlight Butterfly. Humanity. That's 10,000 souls. Yeah. If you only have melee as an option, then you basically need to wait for the Moonlight Butterfly to land. The way that it fights is to actually sling spells at you, magic blasts, which you'll have to try to dodge or block or what have you. But after a few volleys, it needs to eat. It will actually land on the side of the bridge at one of these glowing spots to munch on the moss, and that is when you can hit it. But yeah, as you can see, there are other ways of dealing with it. If you come in here when you're human, you summon the witch. She pretty much solos the boss. So yeah, this is different, right? Literally a unique soul. First one most people will get in the game. Acquire many souls, or create unique weapon. I can pop one of these off in the same way I've been popping these here. But yeah, the boss souls are unique. Soul of the mystical Moonlight Butterfly, which flitters in the Darkroot Garden. Special beings have special souls. The butterfly's soul is a creation of Seath the Scaleless, used to acquire a huge amount of souls, or to create a unique weapon. That requires the work of a blacksmith. one specific one in the game. We won't be seeing that for a while. So what is up here beyond the boss? It's not a new area. This is actually a dead end. Just climbing this tower. And, something... well... sort of unfortunate. Andre said he had heard rumors of a divine blacksmith out this way. It would seem that he is no longer alive. However, he has protected a couple things. Watchtower basement key. Divine ember. And he also drops a homeward bone. For yeah, basically for speedrunners. Doing all bosses %. It gives them a shortcut back. Actually, speedrunners usually just go ahead and use the dark sign. Like, we don't care about our souls. Alright. The Watchtower basement key I don't use anywhere near here. Opens basement of Watchtower in Undead Burg. The basement of the Watchtower forms a stone cell. There are rumors of a hero turned hollow who was locked away by a dear friend. For his own good, of course. This is one of the keys that you don't need if you have the master key. As a matter of fact, I've already opened the door that this would unlock. Yeah, so that is how you access Hovel. And I'll actually be able to approach that watchtower from the outside at its bottom before long. So yeah, Darkroot Garden is not a large area. I've actually already finished it. Everything that's in it. Already done. Well, the front lot of it. There's what lies behind the crest of Artorias. But in order to get there, I either need to buy the crest, or sneak up the back way through Darkroot Basin. And I am actually going to head there now. I feel like I'm on a roll here. Don't want to respawn the enemies. I don't think I need to rest at the bonfire just yet. This is a long, thin passageway that's going to meander back and forth a bit. Darkroot Basin. That's just a plant. That is a Titanite lizard, which is not the easiest to capitalize on, given his location. Ah! Got him. Alright. 2 more Twinkling Titanite. Those are very few and far between. If a lizard like that vanishes, if you haven't killed it, if you leave the area, like rest at a bonfire and then come back, it will return. I'm gonna grab that item. It's not the easiest to see from up here, but yeah. There we go. Leather armor. Gloves, boots. A longbow. And a number of feather arrows to go with it. Annoyingly, feather arrows are pretty rare. Like, really, really rare. Yeah. Red feather arrows of the Lord's hunters. Their long range makes them effective for sniping. Yeah, attack of 50 instead of 35, and they do in fact get a range boost, as it were. Give me a moment. I'm having trouble locating something right now. Ah, here we go. Yeah, there is a merchant that sells them, but at 100 souls apiece, they're not cheap. Okay. Yeah, I believe these are the only feather arrows that you can find. Because I have little reason not to, I don't have anything else for that slot, I will equip those. And when I have the bow out, triggers will swap ammo types. Oh, I should switch this back to the target shield now, I think. Yeah, that way. So there's a plateau out this way. Yet another new kind of enemy. This is the watchtower. There's its bottom door there. And, yeah. It's perhaps barely recognizable from here, but this is the bridge that the Hellkite Wyvern patrols. Give you a sense of perspective. It's so much of this game is actually just one giant interconnected area. There are others. I mean, the asylum, of course, is separate, and there's another big separate area we'll be getting to. But, yeah. Lordran here. There's a lot to it, and it just kind of all links together. Yeah, so here we have some crystal golems. They're pretty annoying to fight against because they're basically big chunks of rock. Really fancy rock. With that said, I got ways of Pounding them down. But importantly, I don't actually have to go that way at all. Right now, anyway. I can completely ignore them for the moment. But I do want to deal with that sooner rather than later. What you see writhing in the background is a Hydra. Maybe if I climb up here above the trees, you can get a better look. Maybe not. Believe it or not, I actually will be fighting that with melee. It's all a matter of finding just the right spot to stand. Now, Hovel's on the other side of this door. In fact, you can see him on the other side of the door. But he is smart enough to not hang out immediately on the other side of the door. If you try to cheese him out. He's like, oh, I'd better not stand in front of that. He does actually start there, but one hit and he moves. Alright, I don't actually want to fight him just yet. I would love to get my hands on what he drops. But he is otherwise a completely optional opponent to face. It will probably cost me a few lives to try to beat him because I'm not terribly consistent at it. Alright, well let me grab this item while we're here. This one's straightforward enough to pick up. Large soul of a nameless soldier, and I believe I've gotten the attention of exactly one of these guys. Excellent. Oh dear! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. Backing off? Yeah, he's pursuing. Okay. Wait, what? So little damage. Ugh. And because he's made of crystal, he's basically a big chunk of magic. Sorceries aren't going to do much to him either. In other words, I don't really have anything that can do significant damage to this guy at the moment. Perhaps my best bet are actually arrows. Oh, I did not want the attention of two of them. That is bad. But they're not going to want to come any further than where they already are. Alright, I am actually going to double back and go this way. This is not the way I came. Up is the way I came. This actually does lead further down. But, yeah. There's another one of those damn Black Knights. And unfortunately, you can't quite plunging attack him to get it started. Ugh! Alright. Oh. I might be dead here. Yep. Damn it. Alright. It's only my second death tonight. This isn't too bad here. Alright. I have a long way to go, though, to get those souls back. I have to be pretty careful about this. It's a very dangerous area I wandered into. But the item that I picked up right before I crashed and burned there is a very useful one. I get a lot of mileage out of this. The Grass Crest Shield. Old medium metal shield of unknown origin. The Grass Crest is lightly imbued with magic, which slightly speeds stamina recovery. So you might see here, if I equip this, you see those green arrows there. It makes a difference. When I can't parry, this is definitely my shield of choice. For most situations. I'll even be ranking this one up, most likely. Okay. I'm going to have to face 2 moss creatures to get to the entrance to the basin. Keep those moss clumps coming. I'm gonna need them, goodness knows. Alright. Yeah, when you come here, that other one will be coming by. I could just turn the corner, head to the basin. I don't like to do that because I know this guy is active behind me. So I'll make sure I finish that one off. As you can see, the drop rates for mosses are very high. Yeah, getting this shield, the Grasscrest shield, early on is something that I often did during my runs. I would try to get down here into Darkroot Basin as soon as I could. I didn't really emphasize that much this time around. Oh. Actually took damage from that? Oh man, the sad part is it's actually, like, past the guy. Need to put myself in the dead end again. I got a plan. Okay. Can I get behind him? Yeah, this one's not armed with a sword like the earlier ones were. He's got a halberd. She ran out of floor. See that coming. Alright. I don't know if I just made the recovery easier or harder on myself. What time is it? Oh, okay. It's very easy for me to lose track of time playing this. They don't always drop a moss, but it is quite frequent. So this is not a bad area to farm either. Looking for goodies. Yeah, he did his grab. Alright. I really, really want to get my bloodstain out of there. I really, really don't want to have to use my Ring of Sacrifice. To get me out of this situation. Yeah, this is no blood stain left behind. I don't care how many souls or humanity it's worth. It's mine, and I refuse to lose it. Yeah, 'cause now it's further out. I think this is okay. I think I can... Yeah, there's actually a cave here. And he doesn't want to come into it. As you can see. It's like if you've come in here, you've won, so to speak. And there's a bonfire right here. Reverse hollowing. And kindle. Here we go. I need that 16th point of intelligence. So there's that. I'm definitely starting to carry heavier equipment, and I'm really feeling the effects of having low stamina. I'm definitely going to want to buff that. Maybe a point of resistance isn't a bad idea. Get a little help on the poison resist. I can afford one more, and you know what? Maybe it should be Vitality. I kinda hate leveling up Vitality. Part of me would rather put another point in Endurance, honestly. Or even Resistance. Yeah, let's put it in Resistance. There we go. Hard to go wrong with Resistance. So we're level 30 now? Alright. Reinforced weapon, I can do reinforced armor now as well. Your equipment. Yes. I can now put on a great heavy soul arrow. Let's put that there. I'll keep the standard soul arrow rather than the heavy soul arrow in case I want to have lots of cheap ammo for something. Yeah, this is one of those areas in the game where the fall control spell can be really useful. Helps speed the descent down into here. So where does this lead, you might wonder? Well, it leads to an elevator. Try jumping. I suggest not doing that. That's a terrible idea. So, this leads to a really, really scary area. I'm not even really in it yet. It hasn't changed the name to read Valley of the Drakes yet. Yep. I would draw your attention, though, to this ledge. Yeah, we've entered this area, but from the other side. You may remember that walkway down there. The zombie dragon I killed that gave me this sword is hanging off of a ledge up there. These guys are pretty nasty. They have lightning breath. I am 100% not ready to do anything about them. Not that I ever need to. This area is really just a small connector of sorts. But yeah, I had to at least show that off. Show where this went. Yes, the way forward through here is actually, perhaps amazingly, into the water. Which is why you kind of have to fight that Hydra. Unless you take the Crest of Artorias approach. And yes, I have every intention of cheesing this guy out completely. This game is challenging enough as it is. Didn't like that, did ya? I love that. Blue Titanite chunk. Okay. He does not respawn. Vengeance regained. Yeah, so this is a dead end down here. That's where the Grass Crest shield was, and yeah, there's nothing but death over on the other side of that. So yeah, that cave is how you would proceed. In case you were wondering. Alright. Sorceries are not going to get me through that. At all. That's just plain not how it works. I am going to want to fight that Hydra. I'd actually rather fight the Hydra than Hovel, honestly. The Hydra I am actually pretty confident on how to deal with. It seems impossible to even get near it. It tends to bombard the entire area with these massive water blasts. But, as it happens, if you get close to it, it doesn't try to do that anymore. Instead, it tries to bash you with its heads. They fly out in various angles. And it actually doesn't do much else, and it's very predictable. So you can start taking out the heads. The problem, though, is dealing with the crystal golems on the way. Yeah, you know what? I need to switch to pyromancy. I don't think I have a choice in the matter here. I intend to do everything in this game in pretty much the easiest way possible. Take full advantage of all the options the game gives me. Attune magic. Let's go for pyromancies then. Only have the 2. That will hopefully be enough. Maybe put magic no, let's make it Great Heavy Soul Arrow, I guess. Pyromancy Flame on. That actually does lower the equipment load. 54, so half of that is 27, no. Yeah, 27. Half of 27 would be 13 and a half. It would be nice to get that equipment load down a little bit. But I think it's going to be more likely that I instead increase my endurance to be able to hold more. If I beat Hovel, that'll solve that problem. Now that that Black Knight is gone and I have a bonfire close by, I don't have to face literally anybody on the way to Hovel. This is probably a good bet. Good time to do it. I'm gonna get one-shotted by Hovel if he hits me. This shield is probably not gonna help at all. I think I'd have a better bet actually parrying the guy. If it comes to that. Used the actual real watchtower basement key since I had it. Yep, Undead Berg. You remember this tower. Hovel came all the way up here? Well, I just made things irritating for myself, now didn't I? Oh! Still need to heal again. I can't see him! And use the stairs to help cheese it out. Ooh! Broke his poise. Yeah, oh, there we go. I wasn't really in position. Oh, damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! It was like he waited for me to heal. What a gentleman. Fortunately, I'm not at full health. He might still kill me in one blow. I kind of need to do this. Ah! Oh dear! Oh, bad spot, bad spot. Damn it, I still can't heal. I want to heal even that tiny amount. Oof! Must be on the wrong side of the door. Okay, there we go. So close! Yes! Oh, thanks, sanity. Okay. Hovel's ring. Hey, he started it. This thing is great. Boosts maximum equipment load. This ring was named after Hovel the Rock, Lord Gwyn's old battlefield compatriot. Hovel's men wore the ring to express faith in their leader and to carry a heavier load. Yes, its effect is to boost your equip load by 50%. It's now based off of 81. Half of that is 40 and a half. Half of that is 20 and a quarter. I'm under a quarter. I have high agility roll back. High speed run. Oops. Alright. That little formality has been resolved. Of course, now my flask is nearly empty, so before I do anything else of significance, I better go right back to that bonfire. It was tempting to try to finish him off entirely with melee at that point. I was like, why would I take such a risk? It's like, let's just finish him off with the fireballs. Maybe some people want to watch me die repeatedly, but it's not what I'm going for here. With the equip load increased as much as it is, I could actually consider putting on some other bits of equipment. Yeah. Armor of a nameless knight, perhaps an elite knight of Astora, based on the fire-warding heraldic symbol on its blue surcoat. Although he was loath to give up on his undead mission, he perished at the undead asylum and went hollow. Yeah, the unnamed knight who gave us the Estus flask. The mission to go to Lordran. Yeah, this is his armor set. It's got some good poise built into it. But yeah, I don't think we actually need that for any real reason here. Now that I have a longbow. Let's see. Shot range 50. Physical 37 plus 73. D on strength, S on dex. The longbow. D on strength. A on dex. It's actually weaker at the moment, and the shot range isn't as high. It's even heavier, but this is a +2, and this is unenhanced. So this would actually gain stats faster if leveled up. Large bow, projectile weapon for experienced hunters. Equip arrows to use. But even then, I'm probably not going to bother leveling that up. As it happens, in very short order, there'll be an even better bow available. Alright, so what time is it? Okay. It's about the 3-hour mark. Alright, this guy is usually pretty easy to, yeah, make slip down to a lower ledge. And makes him a lot easier to deal with. Yeah, pyromancy is the way to go here. No, yeah, that blast from the Hydra actually can damage the golems. That is actually another way of dealing with it. I tend to forget, actually. Has he been aggroed? I can't... Probably has. Yeah, he definitely has. Oops. Ow! So yeah, as you can see, these guys are kind of serious business. Just like punch him out. Deal the last bits of damage there. This one, let's get his attention. Oh, I should switch shields here. Lock on. Lock on, lock on. Okay, there we go. You can see the green bars there of the Grass Crest shield. Since I don't have the wolf ring on anymore, that takes precedence. Okay. If there are no further golems, then I'm running to the water's edge. Sounds suicidal, but trust me, it's the way to do this. Hi! Really? Was I not close enough? Okay. Okay. You don't want to get too close to him, or otherwise you're just going to walk off into oblivion. It's good to use the corpse that item was on as a good judge, as it were. Oh crap, you know what I need to do? I need to put the rusted iron ring on. Ow! Okay, that's what I want to have happen. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now I have full mobility in here. Whoa! So grab one head. That's the one that hits straight for the camera. I should try to break that one. Ugh. There we go. There are like two different patterns that the heads can use to fly out. There we go. How many heads has got now? 3? 3 or 4. I was afraid to go for that head that way. Another head gone. 4 down, 3 to go. I actually won't need to take out every single head. It will run out of hit points before it's out of heads. Idiot. Alright, for the last head, well, it's not going to aim anywhere near me, and I don't like heading out at that angle. So, I will now use arrows. I'm always afraid that I'm going to walk off the ledge. Because there actually is a ledge in front of me. As you can see, it actually adjusts where it's aiming based on where you're standing. Essentially, the Hydra does turn to face you. That head is just going to keep going wide on me, even if I try to. Easiest way to deal with it is just to arrow it out. I don't even need to aim for the head anymore. That is the fastest and easiest way to do it. That's what it takes the most damage from. Yeah. You don't want to fight this thing at range. You need to get up close and personal. Oh, is that like within sword range? Nope. Okay. Yeah, no. You are not shooting. You can give that up right now. This game is almost too good looking now. There we go. Good riddance. Dragon scale investment. 5,000 souls. It does not respawn. You don't have to worry about that. With that said, however, minor spoiler. There's a second one in the game. Yeah, that is how you do it. Okay, so I do have the rusted ring on. It's hard to see, yeah, where the creature was is this gigantic drop-off. If you head out too far in that area, you'll just end up walking right off a cliff and die. But if you follow along the water's edge here, you're fine. As a matter of fact, yeah, this is where you would proceed. That will take you back up to Darkroot Garden in the area behind the Crest of Artorias door. Not a terribly convenient method of getting there, but that is a way of doing it. I probably will be buying the Crest of Artorias simply because it's so incredibly convenient. It is worth it. Give me just like 30 seconds, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry to keep you waiting. You might wonder, is there actually something all the way out here? And the answer is yes. Yes, there is. But you might not see it right away. Looks pretty empty, doesn't it? I almost consider that a bug. I don't see why they didn't just have it spawn in immediately. Yeah, one of the lesser-known enemies in the game will actually appear back there once I've had the chance to rest at a bonfire. And it just so happens that if you want to access the DLC, you would need to know about that. They made the DLC pretty hard to find, honestly. So, it is possible to walk by there. It sure looks incredibly narrow, but you can do it. This is one of the most dangerous just walk through parts of the game. There we go. Many an invader has been thwarted by falling off of that ledge. Now, I am actually human, and that's probably not a good idea given where I'm headed. So here I am in the Darkroot Garden again, near the back of it. And I do have business to do around there, but now is not the time to start it. Okay, there we go. But yeah, that is how you do it. I will show you this area from the back side. I do intend to get the Crest of Artorias when I'm heading through from that side, I'll show you where it links up back here. This is also another way of entering Darkroot Basin. You go, you know, through the garden, through the crust door, and you end up down here. And you might be thinking, what the hell do I do from here? And you might find something out that way later. Yeah. The level of interconnectivity on the map is just astounding to me. Okay, so in order to make something happen in that dead end, I need to force a respawn here. Actually, I'm not even sure the bonfire does it. It might actually need to be a quit and reload. But I'll try the bonfire first. At any rate, I do very much intend to show it off right now. Yeah, I want to stick to pyromancies. I could also use these for fire purposes. That's another way of dealing with the crystal golems. Just buy a bunch of fire bombs and use them. Okay. I don't have to worry about the Hydra. It does not respawn. I am going to worry about these guys, though. Is it just me, or am I dealing less damage? I am dealing less damage. Of course I'm dealing less damage, because I took Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring off. Yeah, there you go. So you can see it is a significant boost. How much extra damage it deals. And yes, it does indeed affect pyromancies. Yeah, I don't trust this. Let's engage. Oh, ow. Oh, oops. One more punch. There we go. Oh. Excellent, I'll take that. Alright, so, if that doesn't spawn the enemy, then I may need to Do a quit and reload. There should be... Yeah, okay. The bonfire sufficed. Another golem, and this is no ordinary golem. This is a golden one. And if you look very carefully at it, you'll see that inside of it... Oh, actually, looks like it's not so visible in the remaster. Oh, crap! I'm glad you're slow. Yeah, I think it was a little more on the translucent side pre-remaster. You could actually see inside the golem. And notice that it ain't empty. Oh, I'm out of fireballs. Okay. It's a minor nuisance. Yeah, imagine doing this without the rusted iron ring. I mean, holy crap. Alright, like I said, firebombs. Oh, come off it. No, 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 no. Oh, wait, wait. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Okay. He wants me. Okay. More good hit ought to do it. Yes! Goodbye. Like I said, not hollow.
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulyssil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulyssil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Absolutely.
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
And just like that, she's gone. Hey, Chubo, good to see you. Thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Getting near the tail end of this, but we have a little more time. So yes, she has a summon sign over here. It is a very unique summon sign. I don't think you even need to be human to use it. I might be mistaken. I'm getting a real look at her there.
I am Dusk of Ulyssil. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thine wishes.
Learn gesture, proper bow.
For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken and banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I my faith reneweth. The sorceries of Ulasil differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Ulasil's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies? The sorcery, it is all thine. Is thou...
Alright. Yes, everything that she sells, the possible exception of the Ulasil Ivory Catalyst, if I recall correctly, you can actually find one of those later. I might be mistaken. Yeah. Only other place to get this is in the DLC, and you have to do this in order to access it anyway. Yes, the Ulasil Ivory Catalyst. Magic adjust 180. Sorcery Catalyst of Lost Land of Ulasil, formed by enchanted white bark branches. The white bark boosts sorcery adjustment, but the sorceries of this lost land are gentle and not affected by intelligence. Yes, its magic scaling is pretty much non-existent. This will be a huge help for a while, but eventually, if I invest enough in my stats, it will get to the point where the standard Sorcerer's Catalyst will actually outperform this one. It's just like the talismans mentioned earlier. These Ulasilian sorceries are very unique in how they function. And, I'm going to want all of them eventually, but for right now I'm going to take the expensive one. Repair. Repair equipped weapons and armor. This sorcery was a part of everyday life in Ulasil. Its effects resemble repair powder, which must have found its way into the culture of this lost land. When you have lots of attunement slots, repair, and you're expecting to go for longer dives, yeah, having repair handy makes for well, actually, it's a lot more useful in Dark Souls 2, the way that item damage works in that game and whatnot. But yeah, here it can save you some souls. You're at a bonfire, if nothing else, you can always attune the spell, use it. Don't have to pay for repair, put it back. So yeah, it'll pay for itself. What have I got here? Oh, looks like I could afford another one. Let's go for a hidden body. Turns body nearly invisible. Although perfect invisibility is unachievable due to the risk of dissipation, the caster need only stand still for a moment to blend into environs with astounding camouflage. Hidden body is a lot of fun for online play. Makes yourself a lot harder to locate. Oh, I can afford cast light, and this is a stupidly useful spell. The area beyond the catacombs is incredibly dark. The cast light spell helps tremendously. And it is actually perhaps worth getting the lingering Dragon Crest ring for this, and this alone. This light-producing sorcery is elementary, but nonetheless demonstrates the achievements in mysticism of Ulasil. Such magic has not been developed even in Vinheim. I will take that.
The sorcery, it is all thine. Is there not? If thou art in need, pray summon me again. I only wish to be of some genuine assistance. May the flames guide thee.
Alright. Let's see. Alright, so I, like an idiot, didn't actually buy the catalyst. That's okay. I have a poppable. Soul of a Brave Warrior. There we go. 5,000 souls. Let's do this.
It isn't. I shall.
Let's get that. And, yeah, hidden weapon. Not a simple augmentation, making it dependent on the skill of its caster. An example of the capacity of Ulasil's sorceries to control light. Yeah, this turns whatever is in your right hand invisible. It can be used for some fascinating, it's especially useful in multiplayer for some rather surprising ambushes. Your opponent might at first think you're unarmed. And maybe you actually do have a fist weapon equipped in one of your slots, and then you switch weapons and it doesn't... Your opponent sees that, may actually see, maybe they'll miss it, that you've apparently switched weapons, but it doesn't seem like anything has switched. Yeah, and you end up swapping it in with a Dragon Tooth, Hovel's weapon, and it makes it look like you punch the ground and suddenly the enemy has been hit when they're like 5 feet in front of you and they're like, what? Like, surprise! My weapon was invisible. Yeah, they have no idea what you're attacking with. It's a thing of beauty.
If thou art in need, pray summon me again. I only wish to be of some genuine assistance. May the flames guide thee.
I suppose while I'm here, I should actually just buy the last of them.
I am dusk.
I think that'll do it. Chameleon. Transform into something inconspicuous. A separate stealth spell from Hidden Body. A skilled stealth sorcerer must be aware of his or her surroundings, and of which objects are prime candidates for imitation. Useful, especially if you want to try to, like, hide from an invader or something. You can, what it turns you into is based on where you're standing, what part of the game you're in. So, like, if you're in a tower or a room, or, you know, depths somewhere where there are barrels, you'll probably turn into a barrel. And, yeah, the enemy will just run right on by you. Not see you at all. Yeah, it's just a box. Alright.
The source
Got her out.
It is only thine. Is that... If thou art in need, I may the...
Okay. So yeah, at the moment the Sorcerer's Catalyst is, yeah, a magic adjust of 119. Yeah, the Ulasil one is a lot stronger. Although it shows a parameter bonus of C, that actually doesn't affect the magic adjust. This one's going to be locked to 180. With that said, though, still better than what I have. In fact, what can I demonstrate it on? There actually aren't any enemies around here anymore, are there? I know, I'll climb the tower. Yes, what I'm going to want to do is get the Crest of Artorias and go in through the front. the forest area. That is an area you need to do very slowly and very carefully. And it's extremely difficult to do it if you're human. Like I said, it's where all the multiplayer players congregate. 223. So let me now switch to the Ulasil one. Find an identical opponent. Although if he's got his shield out, that's gonna mess with the numbers. Even with his shield up, that was able to one-shot him. Yeah. 223, 370s, but yeah, definitely better. We're starting to actually get a little properly badass here. No fire bombs, thank you. Oh, damn it. Alright, this is annoying. Okay, there we go. You can hear the crossbowman up at the top here being a pain. It's always satisfying in games like this to go back to the early areas and just totally dominate everyone and everything. What? I still can't kill them with a single arrow. I guess 1 point of dex would fix that, huh? Nope. But you think I need the target shield to parry you? Uh-uh. I do like to prove every now and then that I actually do know how to play this game. I do admittedly use a lot of cheese strats when I can. This game is hard enough. Okay, this is actually an interesting place to be. Do I want to... Oh, I missed him. Does the merchant have anything for me to buy? Probably not. Oh yeah, I got this ring. I didn't actually look at it. This magic crown-shaped ring was granted to Princess Dusk of Ulasil upon her birth. The ringstone allows its wearer to cast additional magics, but at the cost of 1/2 of HP. Yeah, I can't say I really recommend it. But yeah, you can see it actually gives you 50% more uses of every spell you have attuned. It even happens live. You can see there I've got 4 out of 8 uses of the Great Heavy Soul Arrow, and that would become 6 out of 12 if I put that ring on. But yeah, my maximum HP will get cut in half. That's not a good trade. It really isn't. Alright then. I think I got everything this merchant had, but... of interest, anyway.
Oh, there you are. Still keeping your marbles all together? Then go ahead, don't be a nitwit. Never hurts to splurge when your days are numbered.
No, I have no interest in buying a dried finger. I really don't. Yeah, was there anything in the... No, I guess not. Okay. No, okay. I'm good.
My wares? Of course they're stolen. What did you think? And when you lose your head, I'll sell it all again. What a waste of time. Go and fall off a cliff.
Some people do like to kill that merchant. You admittedly get something really nice for it. You don't mind being evil. Alright. I think that if I head back... Jumped a little early, but I made it. If I head back to Firelink Shrine, there should be one or more changes that have occurred. Well, that didn't work. Seems a reasonable place to go as any right now. Yeah, that is one thing about Dark Souls. Sometimes you just end up facing the same group of enemies over and over again. Oops, what have I done? Okay. It just locks onto the wrong enemy sometimes. Dark Souls 2 solved that problem. For those who like respawning enemies, for that matter, like things extra difficult, boy howdy. They give you a means of fixing it. Come here, you. There we go. Cute. Okay. So there are a number of areas I have available to me. And frankly, I'm not sure which one I want to do next. There he is, he's back.
Oh, you again? Me? I've become separated from my lady. I've scoured near and far, but no sight of her. Where could she have gone? My lady, to think I swore to protect you with my life. Your Highness, where have you gone? I am entirely to blame for this. Oh, woe is me. I am unworthy, deathly so. Oh, I'm sorry. Miracles, was it? Sometimes I lose myself. Pay me no mind.
At this point, you don't have to be in his covenant to buy miracles from him. You wouldn't even really notice. as the Thorland Talisman. That's the one. No matter what your faith is, it's a 165. So, Briggs has something to say, if I recall
hello.
correctly.
Well, you certainly are keeping at it. Myself, I'm fine. Let's get started straight away. 2 things up first, then... Oh,
Nope.
goodbye then.
So Lautrec is going to be... Oh no, he's gone already. Or he's just temporarily absent. He just kind of come and go. Okay, now, this is looking... Yeah, obviously I don't want to pay to repair equipment. Instead, we attune repair. And cast it. Repair! No equipment requires repair, go figure. It will pay for itself eventually. Okay. Let's see. What 3 sorceries do I want to have equipped? Guess it's just gonna be the Do I want it to be straight up the arrows, or... Yeah, I guess so. I can't afford to level up. Try to sort through this crap again. Always seem to find awkward things getting added to my inventory. These broken straight swords that just keep showing up. Short bow, long bow. Kind of want to hold on to this, even though I know it's not going to match that one for quite some time. Cracked round shield. Okay. The knight armor, the elite knight armor. The leather. Hollow armors. Keep the sack. Dignity and an empty sack is worth the sack. Ferengi Rule of Acquisition, number 79. Alright. Looks like it's just about 1:30 a.m. I guess it's going to be time for me to call it. Options. Proceed from here. There's New Londo Ruins. I do have a source of transient curses, so I could try to fight through that, although I don't have a whole lot of incentive to do that at the moment. There is the catacombs and what lies beyond that. I do actually have a good incentive of heading that way now. I kind of have the prerequisites for that to make that go relatively smoothly. And of course there's also Darkroot Garden behind the crest of Artorias there. And there is one thing in particular that I want to get that's pretty much right on the other side of that door. But ultimately, where I'm going to have to go is to that second Bell of Awakening. Alright. I have a week to figure out exactly how I'm going to plot all this out. Find a wall to put the camera at here. Let's swap out bow with the new proper bow. Bid you adieu. And call it there. I will be on again tomorrow night. Haven't decided what I'm playing yet, but I will think of something. It might be on the Switch if my capture card agrees. But I'll come up with something. And yeah, this is going to be an on Sunday. I will have a cryptic crossword group solved for you then. Take care. Never forget to play. And I will catch you next time.